Welcome everyone to TESN.US's coverage of the U.S. Open of Curling from the Four Seasons Curling Club at the Fogarty Arena here in Blaine, Minnesota. My name's Joe Calabrese, and I'm going to be joined today by Sean Murray. We are covering the opening draw of this championship and the game between Reid Carruthers and Scott Dunnam. Sean, this game just got underway, and Scott Dunnam has the hammer, and he's playing with the Red Rocks.
Yeah, they were just outside. I was just helping them get their mics set up on their uniforms, and they were briefly discussing how they wanted to approach it. Reid's first call is the center guard, and that makes it clear he wants to attack this team.
And looks like they're going to try to come right around.
Yeah, could see a few rocks in play.
So we have the players might, at least the skips and the vices.
And on this team, the lead, Bruce Clauser, who just threw, is the vice skip. So he is mic'd as well as the skip, Scott Dunnam.
Good throw.
And their stone will settle to the back of the forefoot.
So a little bit too deep, I would say.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot Reid was looking for.
This is sort of the mixed double setup.
It is almost a little bit.
Weight's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I could try to come right around and tap this stone.
Yep. Reid's not going to be afraid to put rocks in play against this team. I'm sure he feels he's got the advantage in terms of experience and strength.
Hard, Derek. Go. Go.
It's looking pretty strong.
Fully.
Trying to get into the fillet a little bit short of where they were hoping for, but in a good position to do something with later.
Yeah, oh, definitely. That's a better miss. I mean, that's only a half miss. It's pretty good there. They can tap that. And Scott's going to ask for another in-turn come-around, so these two teams are getting right into it. Most people might not be familiar with this Dunnam team, but they hail from the Philadelphia Curling Club in Paoli, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb of Philadelphia, obviously.
Let it cut. All right, yep.
Scott Dunnam himself has been to the last two junior national championships and medaled both times, winning silver in the most recent year and then bronze the year before.
So that one, pretty good shot right on the button. Going to force Carruthers to try to freeze to the other side.
He's going to ask for his second, Derek Samogowski, to deliver this rock. Derek is a 2012 Manitoba champion and finished third at the Brier that year.
Yeah, we're okay. Whoa, line's good. Just clean. Room.
6.
Okay, line's good.
We're there.
Yep.
Line only.
Whoa, stop! Whoa, Colin.
Oh boy.
Gets it in there, nice, very nice shot.
Little tap, but Dunnam's still sitting shot rock behind the tee line.
Yeah, this is a difficult setup if you've got the hammer. The way this is setting
How
up.
much do you have of this? I like this.
I think the way this is setting up, Scott might consider getting rid of that center guard, straight peel, or even maybe running it back and trying to clear one of the reds. This is yeah. It's not bad if you make it, but the scoring area is really tight. Everything's in the middle.
Line's pretty good. Where is it?
T-line.
Clean. Just clean. Line's good. Yep. Weight only. Line's great. Let it cut. Good throw, Andy.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what he was hoping for.
Yeah, raises Carruthers in the sit shot, but bunch of reds in there.
If you stick it on there, it's good.
Got a rock that can be a little bit more dangerous now it's above the tee line.
Yeah, that's why Reid's going to make a play on it. Play on the yellow, try to get rid of the that one there because that is a dangerous rock for him.
Heavy.
Derek's second rock at the end.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Kind of a quiet way takeout. Whoop, falls.
Little spill.
Still gets by the guard. Makes a nice play.
Very nice shot.
So Carruthers sitting 1.
If Scott wanted to call it, there may be a triple on these yellows if he wants to call it.
Sort of hit the outside half of the rock that was just thrown.
Yeah, you'd hit about
Bump a little bit.
about half of that one on the right as we're looking at it. You could make them all fly, but he's gonna stay on the offense around the center.
You know, going into this end, you might have thought with the hammer he could have try to play a wide open end. He's kind of got himself in a pickle here.
Yeah, he's sort of committed at this point to playing aggressively. He's decided to leave that guard there. This is hooking in nicely. A little bump. That's a pretty good shot. It jiggles the yellow off of the freeze position, and that can now be removed. And now I think
That's not good.
Reid has to be a little bit careful. And Braden Moskowy, his third, was going to slide down and talk to him, but.
Do you want to play heavy draw and move that or no? No, that's not good. Okay. Then
Straight.
line 2.
Straight draw then?
Yeah, just even top 8.
Okay.
Can't really overkill this, guys, as long as we get by, right?
This is Braden Moskowy throwing.
No, easy.
2011 Canadian Junior Champion and
Well, guys.
2013 Saskatchewan men's provincial
Go ahead,
champion.
go ahead.
Played his third for Brock Virtue that
Go,
year.
go, Colin, go.
Yep.
Hard, Colin.
It's going to come up a little bit short of where he wanted it, but it's pretty good.
So what do you do here if you're Scott?
Well,
I think we got to get rid of the top.
yeah, and unfortunately it's a little bit late to be doing that because you're kind of in a pickle now, but I agree. I think that center guard has to go because you don't have any good play with anything else at the moment. You don't really have access to your top button rock. So he's going to call for the peel. Might get lucky and catch the one on the side over there on the right as we're looking at it.
Yep.
Oh, looks like he might have got this started.
This is Cody Klauser.
Yep.
He's coming up closer to nose than he wants.
Okay.
Clips his zone out of the back.
Flips his own out of the back, but sticks a Carruthers rock right there. Probably not really the result he wanted.
Kind of left his own out there too.
Yeah.
Just hoping to clear it out completely.
Well,
Yeah, my guess is just a little bit tight for Cody.
he doesn't really have much. He's got to throw this real thin. And if he does, it's, right? We want him throwing that. If we can get it here, it's great. Isn't this just hurting us, though? Like, if I go here, it's no good.
It's my shot, eh?
I know,
Yeah.
so I mean, if you go here, it's no good.
Why's that?
Because then he goes over the top of it. Why don't we just guard this side?
If he ever nuts it, though, man, he's done.
Why don't we just guard?
You think he's got anything here? What can he really do that's good?
Well, right now, he could probably do this and tap weight.
True. Not that bad for us, though, again. I say if we lock one on here, quarter, he is big time shiznaz.
You really like that, eh?
I think that's a technical term.
Okay.
So they're talking about a guard maybe.
He's got to peel. There's no fear. He's just got to peel. He's got nothing over here. Like, what is he gonna play
If he gets 5 touchdowns, he'll get to there.
You're crazy enough to throw the in-off double, off the one off the
I just think we
side
have 'em
12.
both ways if we.
Nuclear.
And if I'm here,
If you're
it's
Scott,
Yeah,
See, I just think
that's something they want him to throw, I'm sure.
the way
Yeah,
it's shaping up, that may be all he's left with.
yeah.
But one of the
They got to make the guard first.
yeah.
thin,
Right now
right?
he's got no.
I mean, we're not even done with the first end of our first game here, and already it's a treat. We can see the experience level of a team like
Oh,
this.
I know.
Yeah.
So
That's why I don't mind.
Now, if you're wondering, there's no time limit, so they can talk this over
Right to the lid.
for as long as they need to.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, they're trying to get this done. It's an 8-end game. Got 4 draws today.
Yep, long day.
Yep.
And
If you ever make that
we do
trade
have
there,
2 other
it's
games
just
going
gravy.
this morning on Sheet E.
Hey?
We have
Yeah.
Trevor
Wanna try that?
Bonneau taking on
I
Jeff
just don't know what
Stoughton.
guarding really gets us right now.
On Sheet F,
Whatever you think, though, Reid.
okay,
Brady Clark versus
Whatever you
Craig
like.
Brown.
I kind of like guard, man.
We'll update those scores as we see them. It looks like the first end
I don't
between Clark and Brown was
I don't
blanked.
know. I like to hit and roll off that wide.
All
Yeah,
these
I think
teams
we
are in the
just
same
gotta throw guard
pool.
in here. He's
So there's
got-
3 pools for this event.
Yeah.
6
He's
teams
got
per
it.
pool. They're in the red pool.
Yeah.
Yep, also called the TSR Injury Law Division.
Guarding, I guess. I think this is a bad
One of
call.
the event sponsors of the 2015 U.S. Open of Curling.
So I'll give you 10 feet.
All right.
So I believe they did decide on the guard here.
Harder, hard. Okay,
Hey,
okay,
whoa,
okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clean, clean, you're good, you're good.
Okay,
Derek
a
now,
bit.
Derek now. Go ahead, Derek.
Go ahead, Derek.
A little bit more, a little more.
Gets close to the center line, a little behind the red.
So now, if he wants to make that tap, it's a double tap.
Yeah, he's looking at the in-off that you were talking about just a minute ago.
Yeah. Really, that's the only way it looks like he can get in to get a second shot. Be a little worried playing it now. Sort of seems like a last rock shot to me.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of like this for now. Leave that. I like here code. Just top 4.
I think one thing that would be helpful for Scott to remember here is that giving up a steal of 1
It's
is
pretty
not
quick.
the worst
Right.
thing in the world to do in the first end. That play, you just play it like, oh, they had the hammer and they got one, and I
Right.
forced.
And you've got the hammer in the
Line's
even
pretty
end.
good.
and-
What you don't want to do is set up some kind of
Yep,
shot
yep.
that gives Reid a chance to blow that out of there, and then suddenly you're
There you
looking at 3 or 4 buried.
Right.
You know, that's
This
not
has
the way
got
you
to be
want to start
pretty well
off.
placed.
Yeah. It's
Yep,
well
guys.
by the guard.
Some good sweeping by this team.
Yep, really hard, really hard, really hard.
They have to get by this top
I don't
yellow.
want it to bounce too much.
Bounces.
Oh boy. Do they leave him something? Oh,
Well,
not straight.
I
There's
think-
guards out there.
Yeah, no, the Reid can just see all that rocket might just be edge to edge. He can't throw any weight
Right.
to make this. He could freeze into that pocket though, and give himself some kind of shot. It looks like Dunnam did raise himself in the count 1.
The last one?
I think we should be able to hold it as much as we want.
Okay.
It's pretty
I
tight.
just would like to see him sweep it.
Okay.
Does that look okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at some overhead view here. It's real
It's
tough
like
to see
back
who's
left,
shot.
nice chip and roll
If I
in
was
there.
gonna guess, I'd say it was red.
We'll zoom in a little more. I don't know. I
Actually-
think it's yellow.
I don't know.
It's close.
It's really close. No
Hard to
matter
see
what.
the pinhole here.
Yeah.
Okay, a little less.
This is Reid Carruthers' first shot, the first end. Reid, well known as played second for Jeff Stoughton for a few years, won a Brier and a World
Whoa, guys,
Championship
whoa.
in 2011.
Whoa!
This is a pretty terrific field we've got here at the U.S. Open. It's probably the most competitive field we've had in the U.S. in over a decade.
Easily.
Whoa!
That's really.
This needs to curl.
Whoa!
This needs to hook. There.
Well, we know who
Moves
shot
them.
now.
Yeah, it's definitely Dunnam,
Yep.
but it's surrounded by yellows. Some of us might like to say that's one lonely apple in a sea of
Yeah, I
bananas.
like it.
Yep.
His ram, pretty straight.
Where you want to push? You want to push this back to here?
Or I like to say
I would just throw kind of like
too much
back
mustard,
line
not enough ketchup.
and just kind of push
Say
this
that
this
too.
way.
Yeah, so we don't have they can't run that. Right.
Well, we're
Back line. And he just threw
looking
what?
at a soft tap here, I think.
Yeah, that rock is really, really scary for Scott. He definitely needs to deal with it in some way.
Yeah.
If he can ever
So what do you think?
throw
No,
just
so
like
about the
a
same weight he
back
threw,
line
like
hack
that.
weight, tap it and roll buried,
Mm-hmm.
that would be the best.
Here's the break.
Doesn't give him a second shot, but it
Well,
takes
Screamer's
away
getting ready.
some of the crazy stuff that could give up a ton.
Yeah, at this point he needs to not be worried about.
Right.
He wants to make sure he's not having a shot against having to throw against 3 or 4 with his last one. He makes this. He's pretty good to at least score.
Great. If we can just do nose, it's not terrible, but inside's definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw a ton of weight. Uncle Bruce, like an inch more. Like an inch more.
That's something you don't hear every day.
Uncle Bruce.
Uncle Bruce.
Oh, this is a family affair.
Yeah.
here.
Dad's the coach. Dad's the lead.
Yeah, they were just out there telling me that they just did the holidays and they've done spiels and they have challenge round next weekend and they just won juniors, regional juniors, so busy schedule.
They're all over this.
Yeah, but
All the way,
Sweeping
guys.
hard.
you can't afford to wreck here.
It's going to be real close.
This looks like it might be on the center.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
it's wrecking.
Uh-oh.
He's not going to be happy with that one.
No. Rock spins. Inconsequential position.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, at least for now.
Yeah, that's important, eh? For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Take
the
a
way-
look at the overhead. There we
The way
go.
it's lined
And
up,
Don't try to stick it. There's no point, eh?
you can
Try to
see,
just
see the
stick it
back a
clean.
little bit because there are some
Clean over three.
Yeah. I mean,
There are some
yeah, you
stones
can
behind
spin
the
it here,
T-line
It'll
that
miss
matter.
it for sure.
Yeah.
Can it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
actually, no, there's not.
That'll be the goal.
I think-
That's super thin though, Reid.
Yeah.
So.
No, the one is the one at the 8 foot on the left side.
I mean, quarter does this.
Yeah, it's even an eighth to just.
Probably.
But I mean, you hit a quarter.
Let's go at it hard. Like, what does he have for 2 right now?
Oh, yeah.
If you
Oh,
flat, if
right there
flat,
on the right side of
I'd
two.
rather
Yeah.
flat.
You
Reid
hit
just,
that.
Reid just wants to catch about an inch of this thing and
How's that look?
stick it right there in the
Depends on which weight
4
I'm
foot.
throwing, right?
Yeah.
Do you like just throwing like easy at it?
As I'm looking at it in live,
Think
it's on the
people
left
rock-
side, but I'm looking for the
whatever
overhead.
you
It's on
Right,
the right
yeah,
side.
that's
I
what
just don't
confused me. I
know.
was looking
Yeah,
at the
sorry.
overhead here and
Yeah.
I thought those
I
were
like that.
No, it's on the left
cameras
side there.
reversed.
I like that.
So get a good half of this.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little thinner. Probably.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it.
you only want to hit about an inch, maybe 2 inches of this thing, because any more than that, it's going to be rolling off. And Reid
Yeah.
wants to stick this.
Yeah.
If it rolls off at all,
Just have to hit it real thin.
Scott's going to have the
As
entire
soon as
4
you guys
foot
hit
to
it,
draw
it's
to.
gonna back it up. Now, if we just hit like half a rock or a quarter of a rock, it'll kill it and will lie too. So.
Just those fractions of an inch that guard racks gives him a real
Yeah,
good chance
it
to
was really,
stick
really,
this.
It was really important to get by on that shot.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Yep.
Reid's
Whoa,
final rock.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, this is hanging a bit.
It looks pretty close to me. Little piece,
Just a piece. What a nice shot.
really nice. He actually hardly even hit that, and it
Yeah.
still bounced off.
Unfortunately, now there's a little pocket there.
Yeah.
So it gives gives
think-
Dunnam a chance to get his one.
Yep, I think he can
Yeah.
throw the same way he just threw and play it like a little bump and roll. He can roll right to the button.
Yep.
Let's give a little more. I'm just gonna throw pretty light. Just come down a little on the inside of that one. Get a little in roll. Pretty much the same weight. Last one was like back 8, back 12. Yeah, last one ended up
All right.
like an inch less.
A little bit less.
Yeah, it's good. What? No, he just.
So Carruthers sitting 2. Dunnam has a chance to get his one in the first with a soft back 8, back 12 type tap and
Clean.
roll.
Clean. All off, all off, all off, all off, all
It's got
off.
to
This
curl a
needs
lot.
to curl big time.
It's trying, but it's got to curl to the inside of that rock.
he-
It's not going to get
it's-
there.
Must be a little bit heavier than he wanted.
Let's
And
roll.
Hits it and rolls too far away. That's definitely a steal of 1.
At least
I
to
don't
steal
know.
a 1. I think it's just 1.
Could possibly be 2. They'll have to look at it.
Looks like they may measure.
I'll grab. Get a measure.
Yep. First end, first game, we already got a measure.
Whoa.
No.
Almost moved a rock.
Yeah.
That was good sportsmanship by Carruthers.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
saw it and said, "Stop!
Yep,
don't do
don't do
anything."
it. So,
As Brian tries to give you a better look. Brian thinks it's red. Is for second, so we think it's a steal of 1. We'll see in a minute.
Oh, don't do that.
But our cameras are not quite perfect over the button, so it's a little tough to tell.
Hey?
That's always the disclaimer we use.
You can work that side.
Better be right there, I guess, eh? There we go.
You see the dial right there as they're
Okay, I got
getting this measure.
27, 28 sort of thing.
And they spit it around. Brian's trying to find it.
and it's. I didn't see the result.
We think it's yellow.
Might have been too yellow.
Well, we'll find out when they decide to put a score up. But steal of 1 or 2. Let's see what happens here. Nobody's putting a score up. As we go around the other sheets, it looks like Bonneau's up 1-0 over Stoughton. And it's still in the second end over there on sheet F. 0-0 game.
Looks like Craig Brown's Hammerstone is still to come, and looks like he's got a hit for 2.
Whoa.
Oh.
No. Was it 2?
Hey?
2? Yeah.
Oh, so it was a score of 2.
Yeah, just confirmed it was a steal of 2.
So that's a tough break for the Dunnam rank. They looked like they might have had a good shot at 1 there, but a little too heavy on that draw.
Yeah. Yeah, just establish the corner guard, get 1 buried, and you can get that deuce right back. No
Yep.
problem.
So Carruthers brings 1 into the 4-foot for the corner guard. Swept this early to try to hold the line.
Lot.
Looks like a pretty good shot. If it doesn't drift
Okay.
too deep, a little wide than they probably wanted. That's why they were sweeping it early, try to hold it before it got too wide on them.
Yeah.
Tight.
So long as it's guarding some area
Yeah.
of the house,
Yep.
it's not so bad.
That's a long ways over there,
Still there.
Yeah.
but it's still
Line's
usable.
good.
You can still
Yep.
get something behind that.
Line's good for 3. Yep, a little bit. Yep. Okay, line's good.
Switch. You gotta curl it. Go.
Yep.
Right to the line.
There's almost like a spot, like.
So nice guard there, covering almost the whole rock.
Yep. That forces Scott to ask his Uncle Bruce to make this freeze.
Lots of room. Line's good, actually. Line's good, yep. Wait only, whoa.
Looking for the freeze.
Lock him if you can. Whoa, lots. Lots, Andy.
Don't want to bounce.
This is going
Right.
to bounce. Just
Freeze,
6 inches too heavy. That's all it takes.
Back line.
Are we trying to kill it or no?
Yeah. Good back line. Finds everything. Hack!
All right.
Whoa!
Good for hit and flop.
We're
Yep!
hack.
Started curling pretty
This
good
is
here.
really hooking hard.
Real close.
They're by the guard.
Nice. Oh, beauty.
And a really nice shot.
Great call there.
That right there shows you what weight control can do. Oh, I think
I didn't see.
Braden must have
Nudged the
bumped
rock.
that rock on his way by, but
I didn't see it.
Thought I did, but
I didn't see anything, but I don't know.
You know, it must have been nudged a little.
I
'Cause
think so too.
I don't know.
You can bump a little bit.
well, maybe not. It was pretty close though.
Yeah, I didn't see him move either. I didn't have my eyes on it at that moment. So looks like Scott is.
Line's pretty good. Line's pretty
Gonna
good.
try to.
Scott's asking for the freeze
Get ready.
again.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's a little heavy for a freeze. Starting to come down.
Whoa. Lots of room.
Oh, this looks a little heavy again. Ooh.
Okay.
Can't afford to be heavy on those freezes.
Oh,
Just
you-
pops your rock open.
You have to throw those to the sweepers and let them position. If you put it there out of
I
your
don't think
hand,
you
you
want
take
it
the
behind the
sweepers
corner.
right out of the equation.
Yeah.
Good, easy.
Like a hit and roll underneath the corner, or maybe even out, wouldn't be so bad
Top
either.
rock.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to stay there.
Yeah.
Roll to the side or just roll out. Either one.
Whoa! Whoa. No.
Takes a hit and
Good shot, man.
rolls away.
Good throw, man.
Alright.
Good throw.
He's not going to be disappointed with that.
Use those two Carruthers rocks right behind that center guard.
I think you need to. He's playing the run back.
Yep.
Good.
Time to clean up the mess.
Yep. Yeah, you need to try to leave himself an easy, simple shot to at least score. Over on sheet F, Brown makes his deuce and leads 2-0 over Brady Clark.
Yep.
On sheet E, Jeff
Whoa,
Stoughton
whoa, whoa.
draws for one and ties
Yep,
that
yep,
game
yep,
up
hard.
at 1-1.
Really hard.
Make the run
That's the
back.
one.
Stick.
Gets it and loses a second one and a very
Good
nice
shot,
shot.
Andy.
Nice shot.
Gets rid of two yellows, clears the guard, or leaves his own up there. Opens up the remaining Carruthers rock.
Leaves him a whole 4 foot to draw to on both sides. That's
I
not
think you like
bad.
there.
Yep.
Obviously, Carruthers gets to shoot first, but
Yeah,
you like to see both sides open.
but
when
it's
you're a
way
skip.
better than it was.
Yep.
And Carruthers is gonna use that center guard before Dunnam can.
Line's
Wait.
good.
You can wait. I'd like to wait, guys.
Clean.
Good,
Clean.
Ben. Wait, then. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Hard line.
Line's good.
Switch now.
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Go, Derek.
Yep. Right up.
Whoa, good.
Right up. Go.
Doesn't get fully buried, but it doesn't need to. That's in a really good spot. This Reid Carruthers team has had a pretty good season. They've played quite a collection of events. They won the Stu Cells Toronto Tankard this year, and they qualified in 4 other events. So pretty good season.
Where?
Wait.
Whoa.
They're looking to draw
ready.
around these guards.
Whoa.
It's looking a little
Close on line.
hot.
Sweepers seem to think it's
Yep.
all there,
Yep.
but you have to get by this guard.
Whoa.
Get by, and this is gonna bounce open again.
Okay.
So Dunnam struggling, I guess, to get behind something for some offense.
Just
Yeah, I mean, the Carruthers team is placing their rocks really well, and they're forcing them to make tough shots. And when they're missing these shots, okay, what are they? You know, they're a foot heavy each time.
Right.
That's hardly missing it badly, but that's all it takes against a team like this.
Right. You can't expect a miss from a team like Carruthers.
No, you will not. If they will be few and far between, if ever.
This is going
This is
hit and roll to the
this
side.
is rolling away for sure.
Good.
Now that might have provided a small opening here. May be able to freeze to something over on the side.
You could, certainly could.
I kind of like this.
Gonna play a hit and roll. Sort of hitting on top of the.
Yeah, I
the
think he
one.
just wants to hit the top one and kind of
Yep.
sit in front of the side 4-foot binder.
Yep.
The only concern there is that if
Whoa.
he's not even sitting second,
Right.
it's not really going to be a concern to Reid.
All right, yeah. Whoa.
This must have been a little wide.
It's all right, Code. It's a little out.
Just gonna
Thank
make
you.
the hit and roll away, and
So this leaves Reid a chance to make something better.
yeah, this is he gonna try to put a little extra pressure, try to close down the scoring area to almost nothing if you can.
Split the center line, eh?
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on Scott's rocks here. I mean, those
Yeah, he
little
is.
misses have kind of added up.
Yeah,
one,
he's
kinda like right
been
there.
trying to get things set up, and
Yeah.
it's been that little bit off so
Just-
far.
Yep.
And granted, you wouldn't need to be very far off at all against a team of this strength.
Right.
Yeah, like, because he can't get inside on that other one. So if we're full 8 here, it's pretty good, right? Okay. Go a bit early.
Reid using
Well,
that
guys.
stabilizer.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
I can
Mine's
only
good, go
assume
ahead.
that's a custom-made device.
ahead,
I've never
yep,
seen
line.
one like that before.
Yep,
but
line.
that's what he throws with
Go,
now. Reid
go,
used to be a
go.
tuck slider.
Room.
Had knee surgery a couple years
Colin.
ago,
Right beside it, Colin.
more than a
Take a
couple
look.
years ago.
Right beside it. Yep.
Yep.
Gotta get to center, Colin.
Hard.
Good.
Okay, good
That's a
feet.
really good
I
spot.
still like.
Nice shot.
That's a
Very
nice
close
spot.
to where they were hoping.
Yep. That makes it so that even if Scott can make some sort of roll behind,
That, and there's also
Reid
this.
has rocks on
If I
both
miss this
sides
on this shot, I
of
might
the
not
center
stay
line
with
to
that.
use.
I just gotta get rid of this.
Or we could run.
Get rid of this.
I kind of like that.
Not sure about
So that with like normal.
Yeah.
Just like
Talk to him a little bit about
maybe like a half-inch outside edge.
running or
a
clearing
tiny bit
this
more.
yellow rock.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the two choices they talked about.
I think really what you need to do is you need to double off these two that are closest to the center line in the middle, because you have to open up a draw pad to
There's
the
no
4
trouble.
foot. I mean, you're probably not getting to at this point.
Right.
So just open up the 4 foot,
Just get
the
both
draw
sides of
path,
the floor open. So I'll
and
have a
Reid,
shot on my last
he
one.
can't cover both sides. Reid can cover on one side, Scott will have the other side. He basically
Maybe
needs to be
normal,
thinking
maybe
about
touch up.
a hit and be prepared to throw a draw to the button on his last one.
Right.
Whoa. No. Yep.
It's pretty close.
Come on. Whoa.
Have to make sure you catch the other one. Very nice shot. from Scott
Nicely
Dunnam.
executed.
Well done.
I don't mind just going in again because
Yeah,
just
oh yeah,
threw it.
for sure.
Yeah.
Pair more weight.
So great
Yeah.
shot if you make it.
Yep.
You did.
I think I was.
He made it.
I was
Now,
all in, had him sweep it.
Leaves Carruthers
Okay.
a
I was
draw
a little
to
inside on
button
last
around
one.
the guard.
Came
But
out pretty good. I like
throw
the
it
ice.
good. That's good. Wait till I let go before you come in, okay?
Yeah, probably the best spot for Reid to put this would be just biting the top of the button right behind the guard. And that would
Okay, 2 feet more.
force a really difficult shot for Scott.
A little more. Get line good. You can wait.
Line's good.
You
Room.
can wait. You can
Your
wait.
hair wider. Line's good. Full Thor.
Okay.
Okay, all you, Colin.
Colin, go ahead if you can.
Just top 4. Just bite the 4. Bite the 4 only. Bite the 4 only. No deeper than this.
Whoa.
Just bite it. Just bite it.
Whoa.
It's
Good spot. Ah, yeah.
Slid just a touch deeper than Reid would have wanted, and
I think
don't
anything on
think
inside
it
of
curled
that,
quite
right?
as much as he wanted.
Maybe not though.
So now he's got a
Maybe no,
choice.
nose
He
on
can
this
either
gets
draw
shot.
or play a hit and roll.
He can draw the button.
Maybe.
I don't
This is probably the easier shot.
I
You can
don't
then
think
you get by- you have to play a little softer,
he could
right?
get shot. If he wanted to get shot
All
hitting
you
the
do is-
the top 4 rock, he would have to roll to back to the center a
problem with
little
that
bit
one
to
is I have
count, I
get
think.
closer.
Yeah, I think he's talking about hitting the one on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tee
that-
line.
This might
That's
be the
what they're
shot. I
looking
think
at.
if we spin a tiny bit this way, we're still shot, right?
Okay. All right.
Because
What
look,
kind-
there's like
what kind of weight
Oh,
do
now
you
they're
apply
talking about.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, it's a really delicate shot.
Yeah.
Either way,
So then what about here?
you can't throw
Yeah.
a lot of weight at this either. Looks like he's going to play
if
this
we
one. I
know
think
that one, we should have shot.
I think I heard. Oh, he thinks he'll be shot if he knows it. Okay.
All right.
It scored. If we knows it, we're shot.
Nosing this is not easy.
No,
Still
no,
gotta get
you,
by
you,
that guard
you can't
really
quite see
thin.
all of it, and that's why he's only talking about board
Weight.
weight.
Get as close
Yeah.
to nose as we can.
Thing is, with board weight, if he's close to nose, like if he's within an inch of nose, he'll probably roll and still be shot. So Scott Dunnam's hammer here in the second end.
Yep,
Yep,
come
yep,
on!
hard,
Shot.
really hard.
Come on! Come on!
Oh
Must
boy.
have been tight out of his hand.
Hard as you can.
Sweepers are all over this.
Hard!
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And they're by. Good sweeping to save it. And it rolls.
Oh, a little spin.
Ooh.
I think it might be red.
Oh, I don't know. Really close.
Oh, they're giving it to red.
They
What a
got
nice
it red.
shot.
Wow. Sweepers really saved that one.
Yep.
Scott was tight right out of his hand.
That tells you how difficult that shot was. I mean, he got it as close as he could to the guard and just barely made it. So after two ends, it's going to be Carruthers with the hammer leading 2-1.
And the some of the sponsors of the U.S. Open of Curling are we have Twin Cities Gateway, the official lodging partner providing reduced rate hotel stays at North Metro Hotels for all Four Seasons guests and their families. It's at tcgateway.com. Also sponsored by Super 8 of Blaine, the official host hotel of the U.S. Open of Curling.
So we're to the third end here, and now Scott Dunnam has first rock for the first time this game.
Yeah, he's had some tough shots. And,
Yep.
Came through in the clutch there at the end with a little help from his friends.
Yep, some really good sweeping by the front end there. Now Uncle Bruce is going to be looking to throw that guard, center line guard.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah, early for line, guys.
I think we're going to spend the rest of the game calling him Uncle Bruce.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Okay.
So down one without. Scott's going to want to get the offense going. Throw up the center guard.
Maybe you like it. Oh,
Slides
nice.
really tight to the house, but still good.
So Carruthers coming around with Colin Hodgson's first.
Colin Hodgson is a
I don't think
2010-2011 junior champ from Alberta, as in a provincial junior champion from Alberta.
So you can see we've got the scores up. The sheets aren't correct, but the scores are up, and the scores are correct.
Make it curl now.
Go ahead, Derek.
Oh, the sheets are fixed now.
You can
All
go.
right.
You can go.
Derek.
You can go. You can go.
Go, Derek.
We're working on it.
Good.
So that rock doesn't quite fully bury, but it's got a
Heads are
corner tucked under.
It's maybe third to a half buried. Still a good shot.
They're going to try to freeze on top of it. This is that shot that's been a little heavy and bouncing out for them, so they're going to have to
Yeah, gotta
judge that weight well.
gotta throw this easy and let the sweepers place it. Don't put it there out of your hand.
Four is good. Four is good. Whoa, whoa. Four is good. Whoa, lots of room. Let it cut. Let it cut. Let it cut. Let it cut. All off.
Oh, this looks like it's going to bounce again.
Well, looks like it needs to settle. That
Okay.
was significantly heavy.
Not
They were
bad.
calling 4 out of hand, which is top 12, and that wound up being pretty much T-line.
Yeah. Those zone systems, 4's top of house, 7 would be T-line. So they were off a few zones there.
Yeah, maybe that spot's a little bit quicker than they thought. Got a little bit fooled.
Heavy
Maybe
bump.
we can get Brian to throw up by timing
Whoa.
for a draw, so we can see where.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Little tap and flop.
Tap and roll.
Inside under
Really
the guard.
nice shot.
Beauty.
Shot.
Let's see what happens when that freeze is a little too deep.
It's
Make it
it's
more
it's not it's not good in a league game at this level. It's just
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
So we see the comments from people in the chat. We thank you for watching and joining us this morning. You can send any comments or questions to us there. You can also reach the gang here in the booth via Twitter using the hashtag 12thndsports.
We'll try to keep an eye on that throughout the game.
And
Clean
that's
line,
12th
clean
as in
line.
1, 2,
Yep, line,
TH
hard line.
and sports.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And Andrew Dunnam not going to be happy with this one. Tight out of his hand, and he's into his own guard.
Okay.
Heavy too.
Yeah, very
Roll
heavy.
tight.
That's actually going to remove
Good weight.
play, it looks like. Oh, just hang on
Sticks
the
around the
back line.
corner. You never know when they'll come into play.
Top 8.
I always felt like that back line ought to be curved.
Just make the
Straight.
back of the house the back line.
I don't know, just a couple of rocks.
Well, you do kind of have that dead zone back
Yeah,
there.
yeah. This comes in handy when you're trying to play free guard zone ticks and stuff.
That's true.
Curling early though.
Maybe you just stay down. This is a little slower for sure.
So Reid's going to keep it open. He's going to draw to the open side, sit 3. He does have the hammer here.
I think we're okay though.
I think it's almost T still.
We got
Behind
the
T is
it's a
good.
triple.
Behind T. Right here. That's good. Good. Good.
Slides well to the back, but nicely done. Carruthers lying 3 with the hammer. As much as you don't want to
Yeah, just throw up.
don't want to play defense when you're trailing without hammer. You kind of have to at this point. You can't afford to give up a lot of points here. Best bet is to try and hopefully force a blank at some point, or at the very worst, no more than 2.
Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trying to clean up some mess.
Yeah.
Whoa. Nope. Nope.
Try and get
never.
at least 2 out of here.
Good throw.
Makes 2. Doesn't roll to stay shot, but
It's going to spin and stay in the house.
stays in the house. So nicely done.
Uh-oh. Was in the house even more just a second ago.
Okay.
What?
It's a rock from the other
rock
sheet
from the other sheet
bounced
came
in.
flying in. Oops.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
Good.
well, it's up to them.
Yep. All right. So we think that was a little further out, but whatever.
Yep, but you know, it's up to the
Probably not
players.
gonna matter.
They position it. Yeah, it's not likely to count over there.
Yeah. So
Derek
looks like
Somogowski is now going to draw behind that red Dunnam rock and use it as a corner guard.
Clean. Clean.
Just me for now.
Colin, clean.
We're heavy.
Clean. You don't want to.
T-line.
Colin.
T-line.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Shot D. Good job, buddy.
Over on sheet F, Clark Rink takes 1 in the 3rd, so they now trail
the
Craig
run.
Brown 2-1, and Brown has the hammer.
as you can see, that draw made it pretty well perfectly around that guard. Dunham sort of having to resort to the run
Yeah,
back.
he has to run this back. He has to get rid of, at the very worst, he has to get rid of that guard. It's not helping him.
Yep, hard. Really hard, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's a little tight, not going to make it.
Watch that side, Andy.
Peels it out.
Where is it going?
Oh.
Sticks there, and
Still not quite into play, I don't think. Third shot rock.
yeah.
But now
So
Yeah, or
Reid-
corner
Reid
freeze
could
this one too.
could throw a guard back again.
Yeah, and
He'd
if
probably
you
like
get
to bring it in.
If you get by it, it's good too. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see what Reid is thinking. Braden was thinking about
Double
corner
back
freezing
and
up to the
lines
red,
underneath it.
yeah.
but if
Yeah.
Scott calls for the hit
Are we
and
two?
long
Yeah.
roll,
Yeah.
they could actually wind up shot buried
yeah.
behind staggered
Tap.
rocks.
Right.
So Reid
I'm
really
good with
doesn't want that.
whatever.
He was actually
Draw
thinking about
here.
maybe throwing it to the back of the 8-foot. That's not a bad shot.
Yeah.
I don't mind tapping.
Tapping.
think throwing
Whatever
back
you
8
think,
is a
man.
really good
Whatever
call.
you
I don't mind the guard.
Even if they freeze, you
My
can
thought was
blast it.
guard. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I like
it's
that.
Easy too.
yeah. Well, and that's the
Like
thing.
this,
Would they
guard?
call the freeze? They haven't.
Yeah.
They've been having trouble with the freezes so far. If you ever
Yeah.
try that
Yeah,
and
I'm
don't
not
make
in
it,
love with
suddenly
that.
you're looking at 4.
Right. How do you hit out of that too? I
Exactly.
mean, like,
Exactly. You can't really.
Yeah.
So
you really, that's a good spot. But this looks like
I think
trying a
Reid,
different spot.
yeah, I think Reid was calling for the tap here. He's going to come to his own and tap it straight back.
Yep.
Probably move it to the back of
Oh,
the.
wait.
Or is he guarding?
Clean.
Oh, they're guarding. Okay.
Three's good. Just Derek.
Oh, line's good. Line's good. Oh, doesn't need to curl.
Line's perfect.
Clean.
Well then, clean it if
Clean.
you can.
Yep. Good.
Good.
Good. Good. Good.
Settles in tight to the house and guards that rock very nicely. Well executed by Braden. I think Scott would still
How much do you have?
still be well advised to play a run back.
About half.
I think a factor here is that that rock was above
yeah,
the
I
tee
like the
line.
run too.
Guarding here,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
leaves him really no choice here.
Right. Yeah, I like this call. You have to keep on trying this run back.
And they guarded the right side of the stone too. You know,
Exactly.
if they had guarded the other side of the stone, wouldn't have mattered
Get
that much.
ready.
This
Exactly.
one, they
Yep.
can't hold it to stay in, so they're gonna have to run it
Real
back.
hard. Really hard, guys.
It's like it's over curling a bit.
Curling just a hair.
Okay.
Oh.
So close.
Freeze tap.
And now
Top
this
12's
is
great, guys.
this
Top
this
12's
spells a little
actually
bit of
best,
trouble.
Like just to
Yeah.
get third.
Now it still stays out there. Reid can still use that as a guard.
Yep.
Braden gets to at least the nose of this, or even a little bit low. Sit too very could set up.
Well then.
Definitely
Call
setting
it.
up for 3 now.
No. Off it.
Whoa.
No.
A
Whoa.
lot of the curl here is
Yeah,
pretty
well,
late.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all finish.
Whoa.
That
Yep.
Yeah.
very hard snap on this one.
Hard, guys. All the way. All the way. Go, 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 go.
Hard call.
Rex on the
Hard
guard,
call.
Oh,
but spins in for third. That had a really hard finish at
Yeah.
the hog line. I almost wonder if it
All right, they're only
maybe
sitting
just
2.
caught a little bit of a flat spot.
I kind of like going after that.
Oh, it didn't get in there for third shot.
Make
well, I
this.
think it's fourth.
Or even
and
this.
now, you know, Dunnam has a chance to come through that hole.
I kind
He
of
Maybe
like
does.
this
sit
one a
shot
little
rock.
bit
That's
better
a-
because then he has to angle.
That's a little bit scary, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
You like
you're-
control? Or
I
control?
don't know what are your other alternatives would be? Probably a draw, but
With like
Oh.
this.
and they
Then-
run
then
it
they
back.
run it back.
And they
I like
probably
that.
give up 3.
Exactly.
So
I think this is the right call.
yeah, and I think he's trying to roll a little bit to the outside, to sit under the
That would be the
stone.
best. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
mean-
much better than the
I mean, they can
alternative.
roll under the center if they want, but
Yeah.
again,
that back one and hopefully
run
flop
back.
a little bit.
Right.
Make them nose a run, and even if they nose the run, they're only sitting 2. So, figure this is a good play.
Another thing with this being his first shot, he does. Let's say he makes it. They make a run. The center guard's still there.
yeah.
You know.
At that point, he may actually be forced to play a freeze to force one.
Hard.
Yeah. They're on it all the way.
All the way, all the way.
This looks like it's into the guard. You have to watch where this rolls. Don't raise that other one in.
Trying to sneak it in.
Yep, yep,
A
go,
little
go,
bit
go.
of spin.
Go.
Not quite.
It is
Nope.
turned in.
Yeah.
Well, they cleared the rock on that
You
side.
draw here and save it for your last.
So maybe a Christmas tree effect, maybe.
Yeah.
I
think
I
Reid was kind of looking at playing the split, but to sit,
If you get this to here,
try and sit 4, but
I agree.
I agree. I would save that for his last one.
Well, they're talking about the split. Yeah.
Have a little run, right? Okay. So I don't mind playing the intern and crossing it. Give me right there.
So
Oh, he is gonna play it now.
yeah, they're gonna play the split.
Okay.
They're trying
Not
to.
quite that much.
Close though, hey?
So you can see Brian's put up a yellow rock where they're hoping to the object rock goes to.
Back 8, guys.
Think we need back it.
Yeah.
I think I heard Reid say he wants to cross this. So he basically wants his rock to get to the center line.
So the shooter's gonna
Have-
be the one that goes to the right.
Have his
Roll the
shooter.
over, bro.
Yep.
Get ready. Wait. Yep. Yep.
He's taking a hard finish.
Derek.
Hard. Hard.
Hard, Derek.
Going both. Going both.
Whoa,
Go, 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 go.
Rolls in, sits 4.
6-4. What a great shot.
Very nicely done.
Well, it's time for Scott to make a
like-
miracle here.
Yeah.
Slash
You
those
could.
down.
You have a couple of options. I don't think the triple is there because the one on the left, as you look at it, would go into your own red. You could
What
play.
if I catch this here and have my shooter come that way?
Well, you could get.
You think like here with Peel?
Brian's diagramming the sort
Yeah,
of the double.
that
we need to.
that might make a triple too.
Yeah. You don't even have to necessarily double if you can
If
roll
you could just kind of
frozen
roll
there.
and kind of
Yeah.
sit second frozen right there, and then just have Reid draw for 2. Yeah, this would be what you call a skip save. If you can at least sit second in there somewhere to where Reid can't really deal with it. Big shot here for Scott.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Whoa,
looks like
whoa,
he's good
whoa,
for the thin double. 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
he's got all 3.
Fantastic shot.
Great shot.
Makes the triple, and
He's,
he's
about half buried.
About half buried back there. Well done.
Great shot there. It's game saver.
That's an absolute game saver.
Old heavy draw, draw sort of thing here.
Yeah.
For one.
Wait, Todd.
Okay. So what kind of weight? Like
Same,
weight?
same weight.
Okay. No more. No more.
Okay, same weight, guys.
Show, man.
The last beat.
Looks like Brady Clark took 1 in the 3rd. It's trailing 2-1.
So,
It isn't quite updated yet.
and Trevor Bonneau also took 1 in the 3rd, so he leads Jeff Stoughton 2-1. Stoughton with the hammer in the 4th.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
Yeah, it looks like we've got
Whoa.
that backwards on our scoreboard.
whoa, whoa.
It's actually Bonneau with the
Whoa.
lead.
So Reid coming in with heavy draw weight, trying to move this and get his deuce.
Whoa.
It's pretty close.
Go, Derek. Go, Derek. Hard, hard, hard,
Yeah.
hard, 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 hard. Good.
Gets it out and makes the deuce. So 2 nice shots from both skips here. Reid Carruthers gets a deuce with the hammer, and that'll put him up by a score of 4-1. Dunnam with the hammer, entering the 4th.
So, again, if you want to reach us in the booth, you can do that a couple different ways. You can use the chat. If you are viewing this on the tesn.us page, you can do that. Or you can reach us by Twitter at 12th Sports. The chair of this event, John Benton's put together quite a field here. 18 teams, three pools. We're going to see some terrific curling on this sheet all weekend. Our next matchup is going to be Casey versus Dropkin. And that's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, same speed, Hodge.
And then a little bit later, we've got Laycock versus Farbelow. That's at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then tonight we're back to this pool, Stoughton and Brown, and that's at 9 p.m.
Pulling out, guys. Go ahead, Derek.
Get our first look at the somewhat legendary Jeff Stoughton of Winnipeg. Yeah, as you said, a lot of really good teams in this field. Joe, this Reid Carruthers team is currently ranked 9th in the world on the World Curling Tour Order of Merit. And
Yeah,
I believe that Adam Casey team from Prince Edward Island is up there too. I think they're 10th or something like that.
We've got both U.S. high performance program teams, men's teams here,
Yep.
and
Really great field.
yeah, and obviously
tight on
John
line.
Schuster's here,
Schuster's
three-time
here.
Olympian.
Brady Clark, recent U.S. national champion, the Chinese men's national
All
team.
off, guys,
Lots
all
of
off.
really, really good teams here.
It's in. Whoa.
Oh, this is drifting too deep. What are you doing, Uncle Bruce? This had to be short. All right, well,
Frick.
it's about at T-line.
No, that's not where he wanted it. Got to have that short.
So, Carruthers just going to take care of that. They'll be able to peel everything from here on out this end.
Whoa. Clean. Clean.
Now, as Sean and I were talking before the game, and this really would have been the formula that Dunnam would have hoped for. We get up a little, be able to hit out, shorten the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is really working against him now.
Yeah, it is. I think the we were talking before the game. It may have when you're playing against a team that you think maybe is a little stronger than you are. What you want to do is try to shorten the game down as much as possible, as opposed to playing a full 8 ends of rocks in play.
Line's
Maybe
good.
shorten it down to 1 or 2 ends with rocks in play.
Right.
And that way, there's less of an opportunity for them to jump
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
All right, whoa. Good throw.
So the corner is up, but of course, free guard zone now being gone, that can be peeled.
And we are just playing 4 rocks, free guard zone.
Don't
Okay,
have
buddy.
the 5 rock here like we did at a couple of the Grand Slams
Yeah,
this
well.
year.
Get an inch and curl, I think. Right up that broom.
Whoa. No.
No. Derek has anything here. Oh, he
Whoa.
airballs it. Ooh. That's the opening that Dunnam was looking for.
Yep. He's got to decide. Is he going to draw around that corner now?
You either draw around the corner now or
Everyone
throw up
back
a second
here.
one. I
Yeah.
think you need to go ahead and get in behind it.
Yeah.
You get in behind it. Reid's still going to peel that guard, and then you have to keep on throwing the guard yourself and protect that rock.
Yeah. No, the goal is not to be shot rock after every stone, just after
That's
the
right.
last stone.
Yep. You don't need to be count until your last rock has been thrown.
Line's fine. Whoa. Lots of weight. Whoa.
Sweepers are not touching this one.
And we're
Line's
getting
great.
a
Where is it?
draw times here.
More,
3.9
get
back
more.
behind a
Nice
hog.
throw.
This looks like it needs to
12
stop.
and a half hog to hog.
12 and a half. That's too much. That's going to slide through.
Yeah. They knew it right away. We aren't going to get a hog to stop because they kicked it. But let's assume it's
Yeah, that's a
too much.
That's a missed opportunity there, and against a team of this strength, you have to take advantage of those opportunities when they're presented,
Clean.
because they will not come up very often.
Whoa.
See if they're going to make the peel this time.
Yeah, looks like no mistake was made.
So, one or two more corners maybe?
Yeah, keep throwing the corner for at least a couple more rocks, and then if it comes to it, you can use that rock in the house as a guard. You can draw to the back 12 behind it.
Right.
Two.
So, Andrew Dunnam is up. It's the second.
All off, guys. All off.
It's going to be a one.
All right, that's okay, Andy.
Put down, baby.
Oh boy. A little deep again.
I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference. I mean, Carruthers is peeling it either way.
Right.
So, but yeah, you want that. You always want that out front where it's called.
Clean. 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 Yep. Good.
Playing for the nose there.
Yeah,
Could have sit two.
that is the bad thing about sliding in there, is that instead of peeling, Carruthers can hit that and sit two and have the force on.
It's an interesting call.
Ice is quick. Use your sweepers.
Got to freeze to the one that was just thrown. The angles on that are nice. If it's made well, the angle's really good.
Yep. If you freeze, you got to keep it high side. You got to keep it center line side. Freeze about an inch or so on the center line
Plenty
side,
of
and
room.
it will be very hard to remove
Where's
that
the
rock.
weight?
And as the only rocks in
Try
play,
not to
it
come
really,
around,
really,
Will.
it's all he's got in terms of using rocks in play. This has enough weight that you might want to go behind it, I think. And he's calling
Get
for that,
around.
it looks
Yep,
like.
yep, yep.
Might be a little late.
He got caught in between there.
That's okay, Code. Just a little heavy.
That may not have stopped even if it had gotten by.
Yeah. The angles of that have changed a bit. Now, even if they peel this out, I don't think that shot's the same.
No.
No.
That's the call, I think, is
Clean.
to just
Just peel this out.
peel this out.
You don't need to save this in the house anymore.
Yep. Now maybe that draw to the back 8
I
is
think we do this.
all you can do.
Try to bunch on.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I like the way he's thinking too. I mean, at this point, I don't. If there was only one rock in play, I
Yeah.
might play the
Just
draw. But with
control.
the two,
Right.
try and group them, see if you can get a rollout or leave a double setup of
Yeah,
some sort.
maybe
Or
blank
maybe
the
get out
end.
of this end with a blank.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good call, too.
Yep. Really hard, guys. Really hard. Really hard. Really hard. Yep.
Gotta hold
Good
it.
sweep.
Gotta stay in the rings.
And it will roll very close to it.
Oh, may want to be shot.
And hey, that's a pretty good
Beauty.
outcome. Yeah.
It's really good. You can't group them much better than that.
So I'm thinking like that right there.
Well, So Reid's way out of this is to get to the inside of this and roll back towards the center, and try to get that separation again.
Yep.
So that there is no double.
Nose it, guys.
gotta-
It's firm.
Oh, he wants to nose it.
Oh.
Okay. I don't think
I don't think he feels like he can roll very far without losing the one he hits.
that's true. There's a little bit of separation there.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's overly concerned about the end being blanked. I think he feels that he's in the position of control with a 3-point lead.
Mhm.
Clean. Yep. You gotta go.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Okay.
Well done.
Didn't quite nose it, but that's exactly what Scott was looking for with his last one. It did leave a nose double, and he can now get out of this end with a blank.
Like a tiny bit, like right there with a lot of weight.
I don't know how much weight you got to throw on this one.
You got him. Heavier is better than lighter on this one.
Yeah.
'cause
Well, you don't want to leave. Certainly, don't want to leave the one in the back stranded somewhere in the back 12. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think actually the tougher one to remove is the top one. I mean, granted, it does not have very far to go, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no reason to be quiet with weight. You have to make sure this double is made.
Just throwing
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
solid peel, I'd say.
Whoa.
Can't afford to be a little out on this one.
And that's
Whoa,
the danger of
whoa.
throwing so heavy. Look, should have to spin to get it out, did he?
No, get out. Oh,
Ugh. Had to get up to nose on that.
yeah. That's it. I almost think that was a little too much ice because they had it broomed on the outside.
Right.
I would think just broom it on the nose or even a little tight and just let it rip.
So yeah, I like that.
Is- Who's the golfer that says grip it and rip it?
John Daly.
Is that John Daly? Okay,
think-
yeah. That one just grip it and rip it.
Yeah. So now Carruthers can split the house.
Put the house in force one, and that's
Yeah.
going to put Scott at a significant disadvantage, down two without the hammer.
Yeah. This game's playing a little bit.
Full 8.
And, it was asked that what
Slower.
happened in the Stout and Bonneau game. The fourth end was blanked.
Yep. Game's playing a little slower than the other two sheets.
That should be good, guys.
T-line. T.
What happens with the bright
I
lights,
think
the
it's
web
a
stream?
6-7.
Yep. Bright lights in the
Line's
web
really
stream,
good.
yeah. Because we supply the lighting here,
Line's
don't we?
good.
Yeah.
You don't have to finish. Line's good. Yeah, you can finish actually.
Want to even
You
this up?
can a little, Hodge.
Oh, this really
That's
nice
good, good,
judgment there. No double.
Feel more comfortable with.
It's just
And even
go
if there
just
was, you
with
wouldn't play
forward,
it.
Yeah.
With control.
So
Let's
it's
go like
either
here with the
nose
board.
hit
I haven't thrown.
Yep.
or draw.
Yeah.
So
We can roll a little bit either way.
I would just think about this as a nose hit, Scott. Don't worry about rolling.
No, we're gonna
Throw
gonna
these nose hits,
just,
practice
like,
all the
throw
time.
down
Just
at it. We can roll
one more
either way.
nose.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's just a nose hit.
We just can't roll. Theirs is only half in.
Whoa!
On the way.
Clean, clean, clean. Whoa, all off, all off.
Whoa! Whoa!
Looks like it needs to curl up to stay. Gets the hit and
rolls out.
rolls out.
A little too much weight there. Didn't curl up. They need
Yep.
to, and Carruthers gets a steal of one.
Steal of one. That's going to put him up 5-1 after 4 ends. The lead gets bigger.
Sponsors of the U.S. Open of Curling include Core Trust Bank, a bank and a commitment to customer service, employees, and profitability. CoreTrustBank.com. And TSR Injury Law. Have you been injured? Then it's TSR time. 612-TSR-TIME.
It's TSR time.
So Carruthers looking to put one in the house again with that 4-point lead. Going to force the issue for Scott Dunnam. He now has the hammer.
Yeah, at this point, Scott's going to have to pull out all the stops to try and generate some offense.
Yeah, this first guard's got to be out in front. Yeah, I mean we're used to broadcasting those national championships that are 10 ends. When you get to 8 ends and you're down a bunch, you don't
Yeah.
have time to waste.
That's right. Here it's only the 5th, and you have to get to this end.
One, 2, 3. You can go little. Just clean it, just clean it. Good throw.
All right, found that corner guard.
Hold on a sec, buddy. Okay. It's nice. Back 4. We got a lot of weight for the shot.
Trying to play around that corner themselves, I think.
No, I think they called it tap.
Sorry, a tap? Okay.
Weight's good.
I would say that would have been an
Whoa.
interesting call. This makes more sense.
Whoa, whoa,
Got lots, Reid.
whoa.
Good.
Taps it right to the top of the 4-foot. Well played, Colin Hodgson. And second corner is the call.
Same weight. Whoa, guys. Whoa. Get him pretty even. I think it needs a little. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just kidding. Whoa. Okay.
So yeah, I think we're just getting pretty much where you throw it's where you get it.
One.
Looking for the peel.
Yeah, we're going to have a pretty standard formula of shots here.
Let's go, bud.
Don will keep throwing the guards. He probably won't go in until at least his third is throwing at some point.
Woo, No.
Pitched it a little wide, but I
Is he going to get it?
think he got a corner.
Gets just enough and
Okay.
loses one of his own in the house, but
A little bit of an opening here for Dunnam.
Yep.
That one out of the top 12-foot, he can play tap and roll underneath those. Or
I don't know that I would do that just yet. I think
Yeah.
it's a little early. It's only your second's first rock.
Control.
They're going to try it. We'll see how it turns out.
Yep, hard.
Got it started
Really
a little
hard
bit.
line, guys. Yep, really hard.
Holding it well.
Yep.
They are holding it very well.
Maybe too much.
Whoa. My
Sweepers,
bad, Andy. Good throw.
sweepers were actually too strong on that one.
Yeah.
If you roll it over to the edge of the floor, it's really good, eh? Don't get too cute with it. Can't wait, Reid. Easy.
Closing in on almost 125 viewers right now. Thank you for joining us so far. Just getting started here from the U.S. Open of Curling in Blaine, Minnesota. Four Seasons Curling Club at the Fogarty Arena. Joe Calabrese joined by Sean Murray. We're in the fifth end. Our opening matchup, Reid Carruthers versus Scott Dunnam.
And this fine facility also doubles as USA Curling's National Training Center for their high performance program.
Well, looks like they're going to get another chance at this soft hit and roll.
Whoa!
Got a ways to go.
It's hanging out a bit.
As far as it'll go. All right, let's get throw, Andy.
Rock came flying in from the Stoughton game. But that one fortunately went behind everything. It didn't affect it.
Keep those rocks to themselves.
It would have come over another inch and a half.
No. Light. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Probably like a little inside flop right now.
Whoa.
Oh, they're going outside.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No roll. No roll.
I don't think Reid wants an inside flop. He wants to roll away.
Okay.
Draw the
Make
play.
that hard.
Draw the play away from those
Yeah,
guards. Make
make
the
it a
roll
little harder.
tougher. Yep.
Rock's inching up the house a bit.
Clean. Yep, hard. Really hard, guys. Yep. Whoa.
Where's this
Whoa.
rolling to?
Good
Look at
throw,
this
Code.
roll.
Whoa.
Very nice.
Good throw, Code.
Well, spitting back in a bit. Beauty. Nice shot.
I like an inch of negative even.
Looks like they're going to run
It's the hair negative ice.
Dunnam Rock it back.
It's the hair negative.
So apparently Braden Muskowski's out turn floats just a little bit.
Yep.
So he's taking
Hard.
ice inside of where he wants to hit it
Hard.
Whoa.
and makes it perfectly.
Beauty.
That is somebody who knows their delivery very well.
Come around, back 8.
So it did leave them the opening to come around the draw. Just that one Carruthers rock biting the 12-foot.
Where is it? Clean line.
Got a ways to run.
Line's good.
Got a ways to run.
Yep. Hard. Hard everything. How deep is it? Whoa.
This looks like it's overhooking and is into the yellow.
It's a little late.
Yeah,
Sorry.
didn't quite have the weight.
Don't.
No. He draws around, right?
Easy and try and push it a bit. Whatever you like. To me. Like you're gonna have enough here. That
Okay,
if
let's
you
throw firm and roll it that way.
Yeah.
So give me middle of the rock.
Yeah, I like.
If I nose it, I nose it.
Yeah.
I still want to cook half of it, right?
Hey, this
That's
is pretty.
good. Yeah. Let's roll it a little Haji's way.
Roll a little bit to the left.
Firm.
Firmish.
This is getting dirty. Let's roll it a bit your way, Hodge. Just firm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. 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 Yep.
Good job.
Makes
Nicely
it.
done.
Rolls way over to the other side. Well done by Reid.
For now, though.
Yeah.
Side given out here, so I think it's probably like. I'll look at it.
Scott's still looking
Yeah, it
for the
looks pretty
deuce.
good.
He's going to
Maybe like
make
a
use of
half-inch
those rocks on the right there.
good.
Try and get one buried and hope for a miss.
Yeah, what's draw? Do you guys have any idea? Compare, because I don't think I've thrown a draw like the whole entire game. Okay. All right, I'll give it to you guys. We went back 8 though. Yeah,
Yep.
line.
Yep. Come on.
Yep. It's
Gotta
good.
go hard.
How
Oh,
heavy?
Maybe not.
Whoa.
It's a bit
Whoa,
too heavy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, the line was,
This looks like it needs to stop.
yeah, the line was
Oh,
good.
Ooh, that was
Did you-
Just
do you
too
have any
heavy.
time
that
on
was a
that?
bullet.
Yep.
Do we want to go like half around here? Or do we want to go here? Yeah, let's make him hit. He's rolling out like crazy, right?
Just gonna say that.
And if throw a draw, he throws a draw.
Yeah.
Let's go this way though.
Try to get here?
If we show half of it.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Yes, yeah. I think give me like.
Oh, I had you here. That would get you to about here. I'm thinking like
Yeah,
here.
I like that. Go half around it.
Yeah.
It's a good observation that Reid made there, that Scott's really
Let's just go
been
half,
hitting and
half
rolling
around
out.
it, guys.
And if you
Yeah.
leave him half a rock and he's tendencies to try to hit,
Yeah.
there's a good chance he's going to roll out again.
That's right. Yeah, that's just picking up on a weakness, and
Yeah.
that's something that pretty much every team at this level is going to notice, and they will
That's-
pick up on the weakness, and they're going to force you to it.
And you heard right before Scott threw his shot, he hadn't thrown a draw the whole game, he felt.
Exactly.
And
That's
you
really
know,
tough.
Yeah,
If you're-
Reid
Still
noticed
six,
it too.
Still 6, I think.
If you're a skip and you
Little
haven't
bit,
thrown,
little
it's a fifth
bit.
end, you haven't thrown a draw.
Right.
That means you've been trying to bail your team out the whole game.
Looks pretty close, guys.
Room. Close. Yep.
Yep.
Room. Close. Yep. Bye. You're by.
You burnt it?
Oh, Burnstone.
Burned rock comes out of play.
Draw. Might as well get plenty of eyes.
Oops.
Yep. Well, he gets a good practice draw now.
Yep, and he just threw it, and he knew where it went.
All right, so just about 6 feet less than last time.
Get a time on this. That can't be
Oh, I
right.
think it's lost, guys.
Fortunately, Brian misclicked, so
Light clean.
if this is a 3-0, it's
If it's
Real
a three-
trouble.
If it's a 3-0, it's through the wall.
Just clean. All off.
this is looking pretty good.
It's not light.
All off.
We're good.
That should be fine.
This will settle into back of the 4 foot for 1
Yep.
point. So that'll cut Reid Carruthers' lead to 5-2. But he's going to have the hammer and a 3-point lead playing the 6th end. Dunnam's going to need to make the steal happen.
Yeah, gonna have to steal his way out of this one for sure. Steal,
Yep.
steal, steal.
2 centers, a lot of taps. they're going to have to make a lot of the precise shots that so far they haven't really been able to execute all that well
Right.
to have a chance of coming back in this game.
Taking a look at the scoreboards, Brown now has a 4-1 lead after 5 over Brady Clark. And it's all tied up at 2 between Stoughton and Bonneau.
Yeah, Jeff had to make a draw to the 4-foot against a couple of buried Bonneau rocks, so.
Bonneau has the advantage,
Yep.
Thank you.
even with the hammer.
Hammer and even ends, that's what you want.
Yep. So Uncle Bruce going to have to put up a couple center guards in our feature matchup.
Throw one short, then throw one long. Then pick your spot.
Looks like you got that started a little bit.
Where is it?
I think he's light. They have to go
Yeah,
to
real
get
hard.
this over. This
Andy,
is,
I got you.
This is not far over the hog line. Oh, they got it over.
Andy, I'm just giving you a break.
Pretty good center guard at the end of the day. I mean, start. They have to put up one around it, but
Thought he was there. There.
A
Really?
little bit of room.
Carruthers is going to come around.
Oh, this is a.
This looks kind of hot. This might be through.
B.
Oh, it's not that heavy. What am I talking about?
You call the next.
Because the
No,
weight's
yeah,
good,
so
but it
let's
doesn't
go
have
on.
any
Let it
lines.
go
It's
on
not
its way.
going to bury.
Yeah, it's a little deep, but not crazy deep. That helps Dunnam a lot.
Yep, that's not a rock that's going to concern him at all. Helps him.
Bring it. Get it over. Just get it over. Yep, yep.
Well, this has got to get
whoa, whoa.
going.
Oh,
It's over,
right.
but
That's
not
over.
where they wanted.
That's a double peel with a couple rocks.
Might force them to put up a third center.
Yep. So that's Braden Muscali holding the broom for a shot.
Touch the 4. Line's good, Derek. Derek, you can be in. Well then. Well, like high as we can. We're wide open, so.
Starting to
ready,
finish a
Derek.
little bit now.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Good, 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 good.
Nice shot there.
Very nicely done.
About half buried, I'd say.
Yep.
Yeah.
here, if it's coming in, I'll bring it. Whoa then, lots of room, whoa. Tons of room. All right, yeah, yep.
Get this one as close to the ring as you can, as you know that those top two ones are gone. And they're bringing this in.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, yep, 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 yep. Okay.
Sends in for what looks like a third shot.
Whatever you like. Whatever you see, it's thin. It's less than a quarter probably.
Hair off nose.
I think this
Thick.
like too thin. Nose thin off there. Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see some serious heat coming from Derek Samogowski on this one.
Don't think so.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Roll, 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 roll,
One,
roll,
two.
roll, roll, roll. Go, 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 go.
And we return the favor. Threw a rock over towards Stoughton's
Great
rink.
job, buddy.
Yeah, and that was actually, it came flying over there just as one of the Bonneau players was coming out of the hack.
Scott jumped in to save it. Now another center guard's going to have to go up to guard the one they've got third shot. Never like having a guard third shot, but you don't really have a choice here.
No, you don't. You have to keep throwing that center.
Yeah.
You have to wait. Eventually, Scott will want to tap that rock, try to move that top 4 Carruthers rock behind the tee line somewhere.
He's going to need
More in the last
some
one.
sort of miss, or he's going to have to wait.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa. Right here's good.
Certainly to steal, he's going to need some help from the Carruthers team to make that happen.
All on its own, all on its own.
It's floating a little deep.
Sit.
Okay.
Yeah, that can be nosed, and both the Reds can fly, or he can just straight peel. He's going to play he wants to hit that and roll into the rings, actually try to stay in the house. Save it as a potential point.
Air big.
Whoa. Center, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Hair big, Reid.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep, yep. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck.
Oh.
That was, I almost wonder if that picked a little bit, because it was hardly on the rock, and then suddenly it was almost nose.
Yeah.
Kind of like a high guard. A 2's okay.
High guard.
One more guard.
Throw it 2.
Yeah, this is not a bad setup right now for Dunnam. Those rocks are all, you can still use that center one as a guard.
Yep.
He could draw right around to the button right now if he wanted to.
Oh boy, this looks. I don't want to touch this yet.
Let it sit. Line's good.
Starting to settle.
About a 2.
Whoa line.
It's nice,
Throw code.
nicely placed.
Yeah, that's pretty much where they were hoping for. A little lighter maybe than they're hoping, but not bad.
Just peel 1. Turn you like.
Still sitting 2 with
Yeah.
the hammer.
Yeah, Reid's not going to worry about
Yep.
anything in the rings. His only concern is getting guards off.
Clean.
Yep.
Nicely done. To catch the rock.
Same throw code.
One more center guard.
Touch tight. Go early if you're gonna go. Whoa, it's over curling off.
Whoa.
Make sure it's over.
It's over.
Yep.
It's over.
Okay.
That's some good insight on line calling by Skip, I think. I think a lot of people think once the rock is offline, you keep sweeping to keep it online. Well,
Doesn't work that
it
way.
doesn't work that way. Once it's gone, you got to almost let go.
You just got to basically let it stop.
Yeah.
Yep. Right up.
Peel.
Get one off the side.
Pretty much right where they were.
So I think it's time for Scott to bring one around to the button.
If I'm here, he would have to catch it so
You
thin.
have to catch it thin.
And that would go, and the shooter would go. So I have no problem with that. Just touching this top, this little bite there.
If we go past here, then I guess we should take it back then
To
a little
here.
bit.
So then if he freezes, we can freeze.
Yeah.
I think it's like out in here. I'll look at that from the hack, but it should be pretty good.
Looking to draw just above the tee.
Think like a ½ inch more.
Real small margin here.
We're going in. Top 4. Picta would be Just touching this top right here. Touching it. Okay.
The two games have pretty much slowed down to the pace of ours, I guess. Or ours has caught up to theirs, however you want to look at it. But
Clean.
every
Just
sheet is in
Wait,
skip
wait
rocks
on
now.
the
Just clean. Wait for it to
Wait
cut, guys.
on it.
Wait for it to cut. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A little
whoa,
high's
whoa,
not a
whoa.
problem. Needs to cut.
No line yet.
This needs to curl quite a
Whoa.
bit.
Whoa, whoa.
Starting
All
to
there,
go
guys.
now.
All there.
Whoa.
All right, yeah. Should have.
Pretty good shot, eh?
Yeah.
If you get any under, it's good.
Just like back 8.
Just back house.
Just to like 3, eh?
Yeah.
Really nice weight there from Dunnam, but just wouldn't curl for him.
Yeah, needed to curl up about another foot.
Well, Reid can see all of this.
Okay, just back 8. Enough to like 3. Back
He
8.
just wants to
ball.
push it behind the
Right to
tee
middle,
line
guys.
into the back of the 12 foot to sit 3 and make it difficult to remove. He wants to leave it back there as a jam rock.
Bonneau sitting 3 over in the Stoughton Bonneau game.
With hammer.
Yeah, Stoughton's got his last rock coming. He's going to have to
Yep.
Whoa,
freeze to
Yep.
a rock on the button.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. Clean.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Colin, clean. Colin, clean. Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead, Colin.
You can see in the corner, that's the Stoughton game.
Makes the tap. Very nicely done from Reid.
Beautiful
Taps that one.
shot.
Actually taps it all the way out.
Yep.
So sitting 3.
Come down, or we can try to do that. I kind of like that.
You like this?
Yeah.
What? Just drive it into here?
Not with a lot of weight. Just
With like back.
back line.
What kind of weight? You want
Basically
to
to drive it into this and just like spin to here. So this,
You got to hit about right here.
yeah, like backline-ish. You like that?
Back line. Back a little bit more. Or,
You think just right on the 4-foot line?
all right.
I'll look at that, but that looks pretty good.
You can see the Stoughton rock wound up in the back 4 foot,
Yeah.
but it's behind the guard,
Yeah, tap it.
but it's a really long guard.
Backline-ish.
You can just barely see it at the top of, or at the left-hand side of the
I think
picture in picture.
Bonneau's looking if he can maybe get 4, but we'll
Yeah.
take a look at that in a minute.
Yep.
First we have
On the
got Dunnam's
feature.
last rock. I think he's trying to tap his top 8 rock into the pocket. He kind of needs to be shot after this.
Yeah.
It's a really tough way of getting
Whoa,
shot.
guys, all off.
Get ready.
All off. All off, all off.
Weight's pretty good.
Off.
All off.
Needs to curl. I don't think he has the line.
Off.
Tap in. Gets it in for second. Not a bad result, but does Reid wants to take a rip at this thin double for 4.
Yeah.
And why not?
Turn, give me like quarter of a rock.
Okay. You can throw the. Yeah. Okay.
Front field. What are you thinking?
No, I was just wondering if you throw that ever.
That's pretty easy.
Okay. Right there, Reid.
Yeah.
It is pretty easy.
So run down.
Why not?
right,
Yeah, you bet.
Third is good.
Just, yep.
Quarter.
Yep.
Quarter is best. Just hit maybe
Yeah.
2 inches of this rock. Stick it there, take 4, and that may draw handshakes.
Real quick, Craig Brown with his last shot, 6th then.
Oh, wait, no, wait a minute.
Bonneau's hammer coming in. Makes a hit. And gets rid of the Stoughton rock and is going to take 3. So that's going to put Bonneau up 5-2 over Stoughton after 6.
Craig Brown's last rock over on F, sitting 3 now.
And,
Brady Clark looking at
Reid's last rock is on the way.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Oh.
Gets it, sticks it,
Sit
makes
for
it for
4.
4.
Great shot.
That makes it 9-2. We'll see if Dunnam wants to keep going.
Good game, guys.
That brings out the handshakes. So Reid Carruthers comes out with a very strong performance and beats the Scott Dunnam rink from Philadelphia 9-2, 6 ends.
Good job, boys.
It was a good effort by the Dunnam rink. They just were on the wrong side of a couple inches in pretty much every end, and
Yep.
it turns out to be kind of a blowout. But you could see from their performance that they're ready to start taking some steps.
Yep.
They have some
Absolutely.
good strategy, and the sweeping's still strong.
Absolutely.
I think they're going to be a team that can prosper in an event like this.
Absolutely, for sure.
Well, we have a couple other sponsors we wanted to mention. Regan Moves. Regan Moves is a real-world effective diet and exercise program for people with chronic conditions. And Gabe's Rinkside Bar and Grill, FSCC restaurant partner, open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., weekends 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Have you ever had a Curler's Revenge Burger? I'm going to have to work on that this weekend.
Yep. Oh, I think we'll have plenty of opportunity to work on all of the really good food here at Gabe's.
So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of try to show you some of the other stuff going on in this other games going on in this draw. We don't have quite the same camera coverage we would have at Nationals, but we can kind of give you an idea what's going on. This on the left is Stout and Bonneau. Bonneau with a 5-2 lead, and you'll see rocks being played after this. Last hammer rock is thrown by Brady Clark over on sheet F. You can see him in the blue there. You can see Bonneau throwing some rocks away early in the 7th end, up 3.
Brady Clark's hammer shot is coming down. He is facing 3 brown counters. Jams his hit and
Gives
is going
up
to
2.
give up a steal of 2.
And it looks
That
like
makes
it's
it
going to be
6-1,
handshakes.
and it looks like that game is going to end too. So Craig Brown wins his first, defeating Brady Clark 6-1 in 6 ends.
So all that's left now is the Stout and Bonneau game. Again, Bonneau up 5-2. Brian working on getting you a little better picture there.
So of course with a 3-point lead, Bonneau has no interest in anything except for peeling corner guards. Stoughton's going to be going all out to try and get his deuce, hopefully steal the 8th end. First peel is made nicely.
Brian's working on unplugging all of the electrical stuff that's going on here. So if you see the stream go out, we can blame BA.
No matter what happens, we can blame BA. He's the guy that runs the show.
So Stoughton looking to put up another corner guard. It'll be a pretty simple pattern here. Guard, peel, guard, peel. Still early in this 7th end. Down 3. They really need to score 2. Again, at 1 p.m. Central Time, our feature game is going to be Casey versus Dropkin. It's 1 p.m. Central Time.
That's Adam Casey of Prince Edward Island and Corey Dropkin, the U.S. Junior Men's High Performance Team.
Having some pretty good success so far this season.
They have had an incredible season so far. I believe they've won 3 or 4 events.
Yeah.
And looking really, really strong.
And then at 5 p.m. Central Time, we've got Steve Laycock versus Mike Farbelow. Mike Farbelow just won an event.
just won I believe he's won 2 events this year.
Yep.
They won the Curl Masabi Cash Spiel 2 weeks ago up in Eveleth, Minnesota. Then at our nightcap tonight at 9 o'clock Central will be team we're watching right now, Jeff Stoughton of Winnipeg, Manitoba, playing Craig Brown of the U.S. men's high performance teams, who just closed out their victory over Brady Clark. So guard peel, standard scenario here. Jeff at some point will want to go around that corner. Looks like he's going to call for his third, Rob Fowler, to do that now. Rob has had lots of success in his own right. He's a 2012 was the Manitoba provincial champion. I believe he defeated Jeff Stoughton in the playoffs that year, and played second for Jeff Stoughton for a number of years as well.
Looking to get around that corner guard. Try to set up a deuce.
It is just by the guard.
Got to get it to bite.
Does it have the weight? I don't know if they got it there. I don't think they did.
No, I don't think so either. Spano team's got quite a bit of sponsors. The back of their shirt looks more like a Rock Tour T-shirt.
Yeah.
They hit the one in
I'm
the back.
not sure if I don't
think that was the intention.
I doubt that was the call.
Yeah.
You would actually like to get rid of the high one, because
Right.
the tight one was awfully tough to draw around. But
Fowler's got a chance to come around that guard again.
yep, you can add 4 more feet of weight. And
Yep.
have a good shot. Yeah, most of the Canadian teams you see here are gonna have their fair share of sponsors.
Yep.
Wearing their uniforms.
I like that this game is Stoughton with Red Rocks, red uniforms.
Yes.
You know,
with yellow uniforms.
Yellow Rocks.
That
It worked
fits.
out nicely. Trying to get around this guard. Don't seem interested in doing much with it. It's drifting back. Might have had more than 4 feet.
Overcorrected, I think. Put
Yep.
it through.
No, we'll rip this. The uphill battle here for Stoughton.
Yeah, it's looking like the deuce is going to be tough to come by this
Yep.
end.
Didn't touch this much.
Ooh,
Just got a
just gets it.
piece. Hit their own.
Bumps his own.
Ooh,
That's
might be the best that Stoughton could hope for there. You know,
yeah. I mean, 6
other than a
1,
complete miss.
6 1, half dozen the other. I mean,
Yeah.
if that rock wasn't moved, Stoughton may have tried to go around it, but now he's
Yeah.
now he has to try to freeze, and
Right.
you know, Trevor's going to have some kind of an open shot with
Right.
his last.
Yep.
You know, clearly he can throw the weight we just saw, so I
Right.
think he can blast any freeze.
Yep. Jeff with the corn broom.
In the classic Manitoba tuck.
pretty good. Might be over curling.
Yeah, it's definitely hooking more than they want it to.
Wow, yeah. Don't have an overhead shot for this, but I would say Bonneau still shot rock.
Yeah, something had pretty much perfect weight too. It just overcurled by half a rock.
Yep. Didn't really change Bonneau's thought process here. He's going to blast us either way.
This makes his shot simpler though.
Yep.
This basically means Stoughton is going to have to try to manufacture 3 next end.
Haven't touched this. Looking pretty good. Ooh. Almost ate my words. I was hoping for that little bit of curl at the end. It didn't get there, but
Ooh, boy.
just picked it out.
Could you possibly hit that thinner? I don't know. I wouldn't want to try it out.
Yeah. Stoughton going to pick this out for the blank. That's the plan anyway. It's going to put him in a tough spot. Down 3 coming home.
Yeah, it's not impossible to set up a 3 in the 8th end. I've seen it happen.
Yep.
You need a couple of misses from the other team though for it to happen.
Probably easier than stealing 2.
Yes. Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Well.
This doesn't look like it's
The weight he's throwing, maybe he is taking the 1.
throwing this real heavy.
He's not blanking.
No. That line looked like he was going to do that for sure. Yeah, he's taking the 1. All right, so we'll see.
Okay. Well.
Jeff Stoughton takes his 1. Now trails Bonneau 5-3 going into the 8th.
I suppose he figures that maybe he would rather try to steal 2 instead of try to get 3 with the hammer because, you get to throw 2 guards.
Right, yep. As opposed to really you're only throwing one meaningful guard when you have hammer.
Exactly. Because they can start peeling immediately.
Yep. All right, so after the TV timeout, Jeff's back. Sure, center guard will be the call. No, that's not the call. One corner.
Swing the corner. Well,
I did talk something over here beforehand. I'm sure that must have been it. What's the plan here? This might be counter to the tick strategy.
I believe it probably is.
Yeah, I mean, if you put one in the center and they take it over, you got corners anyway.
Yep. It's like you always practice ticks on the center line, but you never practice them over on the side.
Right. So it's a little off center.
Just going to try it anyways.
Yep. Try and move this over a bit.
Ooh,
Oh, just
breezed
missed.
by.
Well, Stoughton gets put up his second center. This one I would guess would probably be closer to the center line. Maybe, directly behind it's good. Yep. Briefly talked about putting one on the other side, but
Sure Jeff has a plan here, but
yeah,
obviously you know what happened. You put it on the other side, you can set up the double peel.
right. Oh, this one
Ooh,
took
this
off.
one picked.
Oh,
This
man.
picked. This is not going to get over the hog line.
Yeah.
That's a really tough break. That is what you call hard luck.
Yep. Beno can try this tick shot again.
Oh, here comes the rock.
Touching this one. This one seems like it hung a bit. Might be a free guard zone violation. See how far it
Might
goes.
actually raise it into the house. Of course, if it goes through, yeah, it's going to go back.
Yeah, it's all the way through. Going back to the top. And Stoughton, instead of being able to attack with his third, is going to have to play a little more defense, probably. Defense against the peels.
Yep.
He's going to need to have Beno have one hang on him and stick in order to get the same benefit he would have had for the pick, the second rock. Kept it clean early. Now it's still on the other side of the center line. Starting to come down now. Looks like it's in the house, though. Maybe another overcorrection. Winds up back 4. Noah's in a real good spot here.
Yeah.
Be able to peel this out. Really very little to worry about with his last.
Mm-hmm. We'll just have an open hit.
Well executed shot there.
Yeah, the only hope Stoughton's going to have is if a peel is missed or is nosed.
Yep.
And then even then, the best he can hope for is to make Trevor shoot against 3, probably.
Right. Senegar goes up. No, looking at this. Peel it out of there one more time. It's a little wide.
Has anything. Ooh.
Whoa.
And there's one
There's
of the
the
misses
opening.
Jeff was looking for.
Yep. Needs that and one more. Let's see what happens here. Come right around
I think
top 4 foot.
You have to come around this.
Yep. Rob Fowler's first. Swept it. It's got a curl now. Here it comes. A little heavier maybe than they wanted.
Weight's pretty good. Just trying to wait for it to bury.
Yeah.
Gets mostly buried there. Good shot.
That's a good spot. No, again, got to peel. Still in a good spot.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
that
I
one
mean,
guard out there. It's
Yep.
You'd hate to see a miss on an open peel.
Yeah.
This one should hit it just
This looks
fine.
pretty good.
Yep. Trying to make that center guard a little bit better this time. Eventually, he may have the same house for his last.
Yep.
Well, nice shot here by Rob. Pretty much just where Jeff had put the broom.
Yep. That'll do nicely. Trevor has to keep peeling.
Yep.
So
Well
I
done.
suppose Jeff will probably throw another guard.
Yep.
And then I would figure with his last, he'll probably want to bring it in somewhere.
Yeah.
And as I said, make Trevor throw against 3 because you're going to need another miss to steal 2 for
Yep.
sure. And it's not likely, but it's really all he has.
Just got to decide where he's going to put it. Wider than the other guards have been.
And this needs to finish.
That's going to be fine. Finish that up. Little spin. Well done. I'll rip the guard one more time.
Comes in, makes the peel, no problem. Now it's decision time for Jeff. Where is he going to put his last one? You don't want to leave him an open hit.
Yeah.
Or if you do leave an open hit, you got to make it where he has to stick in any kind of roll. Will give Stoughton the 2 he needs.
I kind of like what Jeff's talking about here. I think
You
he's going for a freeze on
You
top
could
of his
freeze
own
right on top of it.
Yeah.
Rob was talking about putting it in the top of the 8 on the left. I kind of like something in front of their shot rock.
Yeah. Obviously,
just-
you're leaving that other one exposed, and a nose hit
Well, you
works,
are,
but
at the same time,
it's not a double.
Well, it
Right.
puts some pressure. It's
Yeah.
you have to. You don't have very far to roll. If you roll out, you're going to an extra end.
I like that because I like the freeze because then if he does nose that, the one that they're pointing at in the back 4 would be second shot.
Right. You could also,
Take half
put
of
it right
each.
where
Yeah.
Connor Negovan's broom is. Top 8 splitting the center line, and then you're kind of leaving the shot rock half open. See if you can dare him into something.
Yeah, I like anything in front. I like anything in front of that shot rock. I think that's a good spot. You know.
I guess the question is, do you leave it half open or not?
Yeah.
Because if you split the center line, you might see Trevor just try a double,
Right.
throw some weight. Because if he makes any double, obviously he wins.
Right. Yeah, I'd want him to think about having to make a double, even though you might not really have to make a double here.
Right.
You leave it in the top 12 foot, he just can hit and stick on the back one.
Right.
Anywhere in the 8 foot, he's fine. But I like the idea of trying to put it in his head.
Oh, yes. Well, that's really all Jeff has
that's
at
all
this
he can
point.
do.
Is he's got to make him at least think about his last shot.
Yeah.
And, hopefully get a miss. That's all you have.
Yep. It's a
Like
little
they have
late.
They
You
have
gotta
to go
go.
on this for weight. This needs to be in the house.
Fowler jumps out there, trying to get a little bit of the house.
And I would say it's not in. It's awfully close. But yeah, just hit the open one.
Yep.
Very simple shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff had a really good line on that. He just needed about 4 feet more weight.
Yep.
So as long as Trevor hits this and stays in the house really anywhere,
Yeah.
the game will be over, even if Stoughton steals one.
Yep. I think they don't think that's in, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Let's see.
Well, you play it safe. Just
Yep.
play a
It's
nose
safe. Make
hit.
sure you get your.
Sweepers are on it pretty good.
They're okay.
Cleaning. And looks like he has a good shot.
Not a factor.
So that'll go in the books as a steal of 1 for Stoughton, but it'll be a 5-4 win for Trevor Bonneau. And that's going to conclude our coverage of the first draw of the 2015 U.S. Open of Curling, coming to you from the Four Seasons Curling Club in Blaine.
This is Joe Calabrese, and for Sean Murray and Brian Anderson, we're going to be signing off. We'll see you at 1 p.m. Central Time for Adam Casey versus Corey Dropkin. Until then, we'll see you later on TESN.us. Thanks again.